Bhaja Govindam, verse 14. Unity of body and mind. Jatilo Mundi Luncitakesah Kashayambara Bahukrtavesah Pasyannapi Pashyati Mudhah Udaranimittam Bahukrtavesah Bhaja Govindam Bhaja Govindam Govindam Bhaja Mudhamate. One ascetic with matted locks, one with shaven head, one with hairs pulled out one by one, another parading in his ochre robes. These are fools who, though seeing, do not see. Indeed, these different disguises or apparels are only for their belly's sake. Seek Govinda, seek Govinda, O foolish mind. Let's listen to a story based on this verse. Once upon a time, there was a sadhu who lived in a village which was highly populated. Since he was a sadhu, he was given great respect, and many used to come to him to seek his blessings and gain spiritual knowledge. The constant flow of visitors and villagers meant that the sadhu was ever busy with their queries and problems. As a result of this, the sadhu was not able to perform his daily spiritual practices and sadhanas. So, he would get frustrated and angry. He thought if he went away from the village to some far-off mountains, then he could do his japa and tapas without any disturbance, and he would never get angry again. The sadhu then proceeded to this far-off mountain, which was surrounded by fruit-laden trees and a river with sweet water flowing by. He built his hut there and started doing his tapas undisturbed. Once he got very thirsty and went down the hill to get water in a small container. While getting the water, the container slipped and rolled down the hill. He went down again, collected water and got back. This time, by mistake, he hit a stone and stumbled. The container again rolled down. This time, the sadhu got angry and threw his container away. He suddenly realized when he was in the village, he used to think that the people were the cause for his anger. But now there was no one. Even now he could not control his anger. He concluded that his anger was not because of others, it was because of his own nature. It dawned upon him that he was dressed in ochre robes, renouncing his family for pursuing his spiritual quest, where he had to drop his inner enemies like anger and ego and develop the quality of love and patience. People considered him as a respected saint, but alas, he could not even control his anger. What was the use of the external appearance when he was not able to practice the noble virtues of patience and control of anger? Resolving to put into practice those values, he went back to the village and continued his tapas and never got angry again. Master says that the monks with matted locks or shaven head may or may not be self-realized. These outer changes are never indicative of inner being. One should work on the core of one's inner being by seeking the Lord and seeking the truth. True change is the inner change. Even though the outer change can impact the inner change impacts the outer change even more. Inner beauty is reflected in the face of the person living those virtues. Outer makeup lasts only for a while. Hence, self-observation is very important. Self-observation with purity of mind and seeing within will help one in the path of spiritual journey. Let's now listen to a story for students. A man went to Guru Nanak Ji and asked, "What's the value of life?" Guru Nanak Ji gave him one stone and said, "Find out the value of this stone, but don't sell it." The man took the stone to an orange seller and asked him what its cost would be. The orange seller saw the shiny stone and said, "You can take 12 oranges and give me the stone." The man apologized and said that the Guru has told him not to sell it. He went ahead and found a vegetable seller. "What could be the value of this stone?" he asked the vegetable seller. The seller saw the shiny stone and said, "Take 1 sack of potatoes and give me the stone." The man again apologized and said he couldn't sell it. Further ahead, he went into a jewelry shop and asked the value of the stone. The jeweler saw the stone under a lens and said, "I will give you 50 lakhs for this stone." When the man shook his head, the jeweler said, all right, take 2 crores of rupees, but give me the stone." The man explained that he couldn't sell the stone. Further ahead, the man saw a shop selling precious stones and asked the seller the value of this stone. When the precious stone seller saw the big ruby, he laid down a red cloth and put the ruby on it. Then he walked in circles around the ruby and bent down and touched his head in front of the ruby. "From where did you bring this priceless ruby?" he asked. "Even if I sell the whole world and my life, I won't be able to purchase this priceless stone." Stunned and confused, the man returned to the Guru and told him what had happened. "Now tell me, Guruji, what is the value of life?" Guru Nanak Ji said, "The answers you got from the orange seller, the vegetable seller, the jeweler, and the precious stone seller explain the value of our life. You may be a precious stone, even priceless, but people will value you based on their financial status, their level of information, their belief in you, their motive behind entertaining you, their ambition, and their risk-taking ability. But don't fear, you will surely find someone who will discern your true value." One should respect oneself. Each one of us is unique and should recognize our self-worth. Students should develop self-esteem and self-confidence from young age. Self-esteem, to a great extent, comes from external factors like our appearance, our personality, confidence level, and being accepted and respected by others. However, many of these things are short-lived. Appearance, our possessions, and external factors keep changing. If we truly want to develop more lasting self-confidence and self-esteem, we should start working on our inner strength. The values that help to build it are compassion, honesty, duty, discipline, patience, and perseverance. One who will be remembered in reverence or with respect are people who have made a positive impact in their lives as well as the life of others. This will come only for what you are really within and not your external appearance or demeanor. Jai Sai Ram.